it's a process, and I think I just enjoy the process so much that like it's not even work, you know. It's just like I'm having so much fun, and it's just,
Cool.
you know, it's inevitable to get better, especially when you're just in the zone.
All right, cool. Robin, Robin, you, what's up, man? Thanks for being here. This is our apprentice spotlight, and this is Robin from LA. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Good, happy to be here.
I'm fantastic, man. Thank you for making the time. So,
Of
Los
course.
Angeles, right?
Hmm.
And you found us and started your apprenticeship with us, and now you're at phase three, supervised tattoos.
That is correct. Yeah.
Super cool. Super cool. So I'm gonna ask you a whole bunch of questions, if you don't mind. And I think the first one is what is it like in LA looking for an apprenticeship? Like what was your experience like that then eventually led to us?
Right. Well, you know, LA, really well known for art. There's a lot of diversity, a lot of other artists around here. I think just surrounding myself in that environment really made that transition really easy to pursue art. Um, where I'm from, you know, it was more of a techie area where, you know, it was a lot of programming, and so I just didn't really feel the vibe, and it was kind of uncomfortable. I didn't feel the support to really pursue a creative direction, and so in LA, it just felt more natural, I guess.
Cool. Okay, gotcha. And then so yeah, your background. So you're not an LA native, but you're an LA resident now. So before
Mhm.
that, you're referencing Seattle, right?
That is correct. Yes.
And then when did you move to LA?
Winter of 2016.
Okay, cool. When did you start looking for, an opportunity to become a tattoo artist?
It didn't come right away. Ever since I was little, you know, I just love drawing, but you know, like I said, this whole corporate and all the school kind of threw me off that path. But
Hmm,
I think it was during COVID, during lockdown, where I just started to, you know, there's nothing to do at home, and I had this tablet sitting or in my closet, collecting dust, and you know, why not? And so I just pulled it out, just started drawing, and you know, at first it was just, you know, for fun, and it started to get more serious. Been drawing like every day, throughout the whole like lockdown and during most of COVID, and I think my art style was, it resembled a lot of like tattoo art. It would look good on tattoo on people's skin. And I think I've gotten a few recommendations from my friends that suggested, hey, why don't you try this out? And that's where I really looked into it, and I found ink different.
cool, man. So when you were first starting your path as an artist, what kind of stuff were you into? Like, I mean, I get it during COVID, but you were obviously into art before then. It just didn't happen in COVID, right?
Right. At first, you know, just like very simple, bold, black and gray. I like simple things. So, you know, I was drawing with like a Sharpie and very like bold line work and minimal shadow shading. So I guess that kind of resembled like American traditional and very
Gotcha.
just bold, like very old school sort of classic, timeless art pieces. And so I think that kind of first drew me in, but I also am really into realism and something that just takes a lot of detail. So
Cool.
I wouldn't say I have a specific style that I have right now, but I'm definitely trying to find a balance between those things. And
Right.
it's just would love to come up with my own original art. You know,
Cool. Well, and then when did you start art? Like when you were five, when you were six, when you were 12? Like when did it first start to come to the surface?
probably based when I was able to hold a pencil, like five,
Got you.
6,
Uh-huh.
yeah, and
Uh-huh.
then
As soon as you got a pencil in your hand, did you like doodle all over the couch or like what were your parents most upset about with you as an artist?
I was actually pretty good with like, you know, keeping my boundaries to the sticking it to the paper, but you
Okay.
know, that's all I needed, you know, just a pen and paper. You know, like my parents would, you know, if I'd ever get bored and take me to like their family meetings and family hangouts, I just, you know, ask them for a piece of paper and pencil and just be in my corner and just like draw the whole time, and that would you know keep me busy right there.
Cool. Did you go to art school before pursuing tattooing, or was it other forms
No,
of
I
other paths
I
kind of thing?
I wish I did.
Mm,
I did not. So I guess I kind of fell out of drawing for a little bit just because like I just thought I had to get a stable job, whatever that meant back
mm,
then, and pursue
mm,
something safe. But now that
mm.
I'm thinking that I've actually tried all those things, and like I'm not happy at the end of the day, and I just know that I have potential in this other side of the realm, and so um, you know but I think the closest thing I got into was like graphic design. That's what I majored in college, so I mean
Mm.
that allowed me to like still be able that allowed me to be creative and still pursue something somewhat similar.
Right.
um, but then I guess I just sort of it was still too corporate for me, and like you don't have that much creative power and say in it, which I liked about tattooing. It's where it's like your work on someone else, and I think that really hit the spot.
Cool. There was an apprentice that became a tattoo artist that now owns his own shop, right? Eric Del Valle. He
Hmm.
goes by Del Virus, and he was doing graphics design. He was actually making pajamas for FUBU. And he
Oh
had
wow.
it, right,
Okay.
and then so then he had the same moment. It sounds like that you had, and I commend you, man, for having the guts to be like, all right, yeah, I am making some money doing some art, but I know there's more that that I want to do, and I mean, not everybody takes the leap. I mean,
Right.
you really,
Yeah.
that's something to be acknowledged, man. I mean, it's just to have the guts to go, you know what? I want to pursue something that I think I might love that I can make a living at.
Hmm.
Really takes something,
Yeah, it
especially
does.
if you already have something that's kind of close and like not settling for good. I think
Hmm.
what's been said many times is that the enemy of great is good.
Hmm.
It's like, well, this is kind of
Yeah.
good. Yeah, but what would
Yeah.
great look like? And if great would look like tattooing for you,
Exactly.
awesome.
Hmm.
So, and you have started tattooing. You're in the supervised tattoos, right? You're in phase 3. So, what number are you on? And then what kind of stuff are you doing right now?
So I just did one yesterday, and that was
Okay.
my 22nd, I believe. So I'm like
Awesome. There
halfway
you
there
go.
in on
Uh-huh.
a
Yeah.
phase
So for
three.
people who are watching us have no idea what we're talking about, phase 3 involves a minimum of 50 supervised tattoos. So you're almost halfway there. So that's rad. So style approach, placement, what did you do?
Yeah, I just did a like sort of realistic looking rose,
Okay.
and I think that was my best one yet, actually. And I got a lot of positive responses from Marty and my fellow apprentice, her colleague Cameron. She was there.
Mm-hmm.
She's just
Mm-hmm.
dipping through. Who else? And then just like putting it on my social media, a lot of my friends were, like just really, really excited to see what I can come up with. And I just feel like it's so fun to see like your growth and like how you've like, oh man, my first tattoo was
Mm.
not it. I'll tell you that. But you
Yeah.
know, it's a process, and I think I just enjoy the process so much that like it's not even work. It's just like I'm having so much fun, and it's just
Cool.
it's inevitable to get better, especially when you're just in the zone and just you know trying to learn and get better all the time.
Yeah, there are a couple sayings out there like you're always only 100 tattoos away from being the tattoo artist you want to be, right? No matter
Right.
what. And then
Yeah.
if you're doing something you love for a living, who says it's work?